Week 13 of the New South Wales Cup got underway over the weekend as our Warriors travelled over to Sydney to take on the South Sydney Rabbitohs at Redfern Oval. And the highlights today are brought to you by Warriors Anonymous, the online store. Make sure you get along to warriorsanonymous.co.nz and get the whole whānau sorted with some great streetwear today. That's warriorsanonymous.co.nz. Now let's have a look at the highlights as our boys took on the Bunnies. The highlights, all courtesy here of Bar TV Sports. Catch all the live action from all the pathways across all Warriors games this year. And the Warriors playing in their white away uniforms, with tennis Stalwart Smith getting into his work nice and early there, greeted by a few of the Bunnies, who would go onto the attack nice and early as well. Here's a good run by big Johansson, the prop forward. He'd play it back on the last as they come across with the little grubber kick in behind. Just slightly too long there. The Warriors will get a 7-tackle set. What could they do with it? Well, they make their way upfield here with Ed Cossey. Gets the offload away to Kalis Fatialofa. Great run down the sideline from the second rower. And he is greeted there by the scramble defence. Somehow he managed to stay in field as well. Brilliant effort from Kalis Fatialofa. Warriors would stretch it back to the right this time. And now Tanner Boyd puts in the kick. And across comes Dion Tuanai. Over there doing a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the skyhook. Gets in, puts the ball down for the Warriors' first try. And a great start for the visitors. Let's have a look at it again on the WA replay. Came out from Tuopiki. Boyd, second receiver, saw the space, put the kick out wide, and look at this. Jumps up, there you go. Oh, skyhook that, beautiful. From Tuanai, gets another try. And the kick from nice and wide out. He drew it back in beautifully. Tanner Boyd kicking like a dream at the moment. Warriors get things underway. 6-0. More Tanner Boyd coming up too as he goes through a big old gap. The defence comes across to eventually grab him over the halfway. But a nice run again from the halfback as he puts in a chip kick later in the set. Crossover into the in goal. Fielded there by the Bunnies winger, wrapping things up well. Declan Casey. Tanner Boyd, he's got the ball on a string at the moment. Wonderful stuff from him. Warriors come on to the attack once again. Here goes Boyd once again with Tuopiki. Tuopiki stepping inside, beating tacklers. So elusive, the little fullback. He'll play it back to Healy as they come blindside. What's the move here? The ball comes free into the hands of Talanoa Benitani. Away he goes. He's got a very famous sister playing in the NRLW. It's Benitani. But later in that set, here come the Bunnies. Nice play on the edge out here to Thomas Fletcher. Gets taken down well by Morgan Harper, and he makes another tackle as well. Morgan Harper, the one-man defensive unit on this set, getting across. The last tackle will come from the left boot of Lewis Dodd. Jumping up for it is Ed Cossey. And cleaning up in the end is Tane Tuopiki. Good pressure from the Bunnies. And here he is, the defender. Morgan Harper with a bit of attack here. Plays the ball back to Sam Healy, and look at this. Just uses the defender beautifully, and through he goes, through the gate. Gets the ball away to Tane Tuopiki to streak away. Got too much speed for the defence. And the Warriors score a long-range special. They've got a few of these this year. Gonna have to make a compilation video at the end of the year. It's going to be an absolute ripper. But look how he uses the defender as an escort. Great play from Sam Healy. You can't have an escort in rugby league unless it's a defender, and Sam knew that. Just kept pushing them through the gap there. And wonderful support as well from Tuopiki, always around the football. Running a good line up the middle of the field. Warriors leading 12 points to 0. Going at a point a minute. Bunnies would come across, and they thought they'd go over two in the corner. But they just didn't quite get their timing right there. Referee spots an obstruction. They keep coming though. Quite a bit of pressure coming from South Sydney in this first half. And they'd set things up here just to the left of the uprights. Ryan Gray gets the ball out. And here is Johansson. Looks like he's over for all money here from the view that we had. Didn't quite get the arm out. Great tackle from Kalis Fatialofa. Wonderful try-saving effort. Now it's the last tackle for South Sydney. They come across to the left this time. A little step inside. That's Ashton Ward, the 5'8". But they drag him down. Good defence. Good goal line D from the Warriors. And they will come onto the attack as well. Out it comes to Moala Grantolfa. Running into, well, some of his teammates perhaps from next year as he signed with South Sydney to join there from 2026. And the short ball here. Freddie Lalasic trying to force his way over. Great goal line defence from the Bunnies this time. Here's Healy. Now it comes to Ale. Boyd looking for Tuopiki. On the outside it comes. Ami Tuanai. But the ball just goes slightly forward. Well spotted by the touchy. It was forward too. Just checking back on that one. So I was a little bit sus on it at first, but that's alright. More attack coming up here for the Bunnies. This is Gudgion. Amaron Gudgion, the fullback, will play it. Back for Gray. Has a little dart out of dummy half with the short ball. Bumping away from defenders there is Fletcher. Not making much ground though. Brought down by Kalani going. Bit of an awkward sort of tackle in the end. And across it comes here. Short ball. Excellent defence there. Yedemir Toyava got across and stopped that one. They come across to the right again. But they don't get their timing quite right. Once again, and across the kick comes to the left this time. Up goes Ami Tuanai, catches it well. Thought he might have been taken in the air, but that was the end of the first half and the scoring, 12 points to 0. Can the Warriors keep the roll going in the second half? Well, Bunnies will come out with a little bit more juice. A great little break here from Lewis Dodd. The halfback gets the ball out. The ball gets tapped on. And unfortunately, in today's rules, you can't do that. You can't tap the ball forward deliberately for your own benefit. I've got to say, it makes for some spectacular plays, and it used to be okay, but that's one for a bygone era there, and the Warriors survive. No points conceded. They come to the right here with Tuopiki. Tane Tuopiki shrugging away from 1, 2. He's running around there like he's got olive oil on him. Now it's played back by Kalani going. And Healy will come back to Tuopiki on the blind side. Rolls in the grubber kick here. I don't quite know exactly what happened, but the fullback couldn't quite get across. There's a tangle of bodies. And the upshot is Eddie Yedemir Toyava. Number 12 gets across there and dots it down for the Wars. They get their third try and extend their lead. Let's have a look at it again. Great little late kick. Does it so well there, Tuopiki. And it looked as though the fullback was going to cover it off there. Good Gion. But well done. EIT. Eddie Yedemir Toyava gets another try. Bunnies trailing by 16. Looking to try and get something going with Benny Dunny again. And he'll play it back to Jacob Host, second rower. Bit of a dodgy pass there. And a good kick. Goes up. Over for Tuopiki. Kossi maybe blocks him a little bit. Good run here from Taint. Look at him go. He was credited with 9 tackle breaks. I'm not sure if he had maybe more than that during this game. That was a great start to the set, and later on in that set, the Warriors would look to go wide. Out it comes into the hands of Morgan Harper this time. Streaking down the sideline. He's got support inside. But again, the Bunnies, they regroup well there. Tracking back in numbers to shut the movement down. Across the Warriors come. Here's Boyd. Tanner Boyd was looking for a runner. Probably not expecting to see Luke Hanson right next to him there. So he holds the ball. And Sam Healy with a little grubber kick. A little demonic bounce there. Away from Freddie Lussick. Otherwise he would have had another try to his tally for 2025. There's a big kick coming from Dodd. Up it goes down to the little danger mouse. Tuopiki, the dummy. In the step. Manages to break through a couple of tacklers still. Plays it back for Hanson. And across it comes from Kossi. They see space again. And out it comes this time. This is Yedemir Toyava. Great run here from the second rower. Played a bit of centre as well, so he knows his way down the sideline. Does Big Eddie. The Warriors will get a penalty from that as well. Can they make the most of it here as they come across from Hanson with the short ball? Steaming onto it there was Stowell Smith. And Freddie Lussick comes to the right. Out it comes to Hanson, pop pass. And Ami Tuanai flying in the corner. No skyhook this time. Goes more with the regulation. Dive in the corner. There's Dion Ami Tuanai. Let's have a look at it again. Shape to the left there from Lussick. And away it came to Tuopiki. Hanson. Ami Tuanai. Got airborne. Kept the feet up. Puts it down. 22 points to 0 here. The Warriors looking the goods to get another 2 points. Make it 7 on the trot. And there's a tap back from Tanner Stowell Smith. Now it comes to Yedemir Toyava. Into the hands of Ami Tuanai again. Could he get himself a hat-trick? He's dragged down just short of the line. Great defence there from Lewis Dodd, the number 7 underneath. Got himself between the ball and the try line. And the Bunnies They would later on press their way upfield into the hands of Gray. This is the number 16. Interchange forward. Toy of 8. Slow play of the ball. And it comes back here. Into the hands of Leonard Skelton. It's a bit of a weird one. The referee has a bit of a team's conference. Explains a few things. Has a chat. Points his fingers. And says, yep, that's the try. Everyone's a bit confused as to what's going on. Another funny one. Been a couple of funny ones in this game. Here was Skelton, got his way over, and the ball sort of sprung loose there as the Warriors were trying to hold him up. A few hands on hips. But it was the end of the scoring. Warriors had had a penalty as well. 24 points to 6. Good win for them. Next week they take on their nemesis, the only team to have beaten them this year, the Newtown Jets, over in Henson Park in Sydney. Look out for that one next Saturday on Bar TV Sports. Until then, up the wires. Go the Warriors!